Hi guys, it's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back with Painkiller already, episode 6, and we are now one of the officially longest running podcasts on the YouTube community. Well, I don't know about all the, the Nigga Higga and all those other people. I doubt they do podcasts. But hail to the king, baby. Who the fuck we got as our guest this week?
It's the infamous PyroPuncher. Hello.
PyroPuncher. Welcome aboard, man.
It's great. Hello.
Hey, Woody, is your wife out of the room?
She is out of the room. Yeah, I'm in the man cave, baby. There's no women in here. Unless they're invited.
Or they walk in.
Or they yeah, she doesn't even knock, the woman, but I like to think it's a man cave.
Yeah, I apologize if I sound tired. It's 3 a.m.
Hey, did you get the fragile leg for the man cave yet?
No, I haven't. I have this chrome lamp thing. It's pretty stylish. It sits next to my black Uma phone, but not the fragile leg. That would be badass. Maybe for Christmas.
I got a question for you, Woody.
Yeah.
You said I noticed you had put hardwood floors in, and you only have a white rug and a canvas painting to echo to sound. I bet you that room has an echo, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh. So it doesn't. And what absorbs sound? You got the chair. There's 2 curtains which cover almost the whole wall. There's the rug like you talked about. There's a bed that sucks in sound, and the canvas painting. And I bet, when you take the painting and the curtains and the rug, it's about equivalent, and the bed, to a carpeted room in terms of sucking up sound. But I was really concerned about it because in the construction, when none of that stuff was here, I couldn't even talk to someone on the phone when they were in this room. I'd be at Home Depot asking my wife to take a measurement, and it was just dreadful. I was like, I got to get off the phone. That echo's killing me. But it's good now.
Yeah, because I was thinking about, because one of my side projects is a man cave, and I got carpet currently in my gaming room.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking about putting hardwood floors down. I was wondering what I would need, because I'm knocking a wall out of the house. I live in a double wide.
Mm-hmm.
And there's most double wides come with a master bedroom and 3 smaller rooms for children. I've converted one of the smaller rooms into a gaming room, and I'm gonna knock the wall out into the other room and have a double door walkway. And I figured I'd hardwood floor it all. What would I need to keep the echo out of that room?
I mean, I guess just stuff that was, good wall hangings like curtains, canvas painting, and put a rug in there. The rug is a big deal. And my rug is pimp, man. It's this deep shag thing that would make the 70s proud.
Yeah, I want a lion skin rug.
Oh, I went out looking for a bearskin rug because most of the room's black and white. It's if I can get a freaking bearskin on the ground here, that is man cave.
I want the head on there, though. I've always wanted those with the head still on the teeth and everything.
I might still do it. It's a white rug. It's not I'm going to have it for 6 years.
Get a polar bear rug.
You'd be walking through there barefooted and step in its mouth, cut the shit out of your foot.
Now you're talking. All right, let's get kicking with some topics. Wings, you wanted to go first with yours, right?
Yeah, I want to hear what's your thoughts on Black Ops so far. I know there's not much information leaked, but the whole idea of Call of Duty 4 engine, or the Quake 3 engine that Call of Duty is based off of, or the Modern Warfare 2 engine with the shitty spawns. And what is your opinion, and what would you like to see on Black Ops? It's kind of like the SAM 5000 thing.
Okay, I'll go first.
Wait, what's the SAM 5000 thing? Inform me.
He did a video of, he got all the YouTube commentators to give a 30-second opinion on Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, right. Did that go out yet?
No, he did it ages ago. I'm doing the Black Ops one.
Okay, right, thanks. I got you.
Okay, so I know Wings loves Treyarch over Infinity Ward anyway, and I want to see a lot more bolt action rifles, as I feel in World at War they were one of the main selling points for me. I just felt they took a lot more skill than running about with something like a FAMAS or something like that. The main problem in Modern Warfare 2 for me would be the actual perks in it. I don't like the pro perks whatsoever. They had some good ideas there, but stuff like Commando and One Man Army, I really don't see any benefit for it. So I hope they wise up this time and put in some worthwhile perks. I mean, the COD 4 and World at War perks, they were the majority of them were actually really good for the purpose, but Modern Warfare 2 fucked a lot up. So I really haven't got much of a wish list, but that's it, I guess.
Part of my wish list is that you don't get yours, and I'll explain why. Yeah, so in a single-player game, for me, the unforgivable sin, the thing that ruins it for me, is I don't want to be lost. I don't want to be running around wondering what I should be doing next. For me, a single-player game, and Modern Warfare did this pretty well, give me a yellow brick road to follow, and then I'll have a good time, killing people, running around, doing my thing. That's cool. In a multiplayer game, the thing that is the unforgivable sin, the thing that would ruin it for me, is when I die and I feel like it's not my fault. So in Battlefield, they did a pretty good job of avoiding that. Even if someone spawns right behind me and shoots me, I would walk away thinking, well, there's about 5 spawn points on this map. Don't walk forward 6 feet and use it as a camping spot. That's stupid. So consider this a learning experience and do better next time. If I lost a gunfight in Battlefield, it didn't feel like it was to network lag. I could blame it on my own aim. I could blame it on a tactic or whatever it was. Maybe I got 2-on-1. It was my fault, or at least it could reasonably be something I could have done better and learn from it and move on. In Modern Warfare, there are a lot of deaths, like Danger Close Noob Tubes, where you had no counter for it. There's nothing you could do. The guy spotted you, you died across the map. It didn't take any skill. There are a lot of times where I run around the corner and I die, and it's like, man, I know I made it around the corner. I'm fully confident of that. And I still died, and it's some sort of lag compensation nonsense, and that's frustrating. So to tie it into your thing about the bolt-action rifles, if this thing becomes a game of one-shot kills, I expect a lot of. I know that on my screen I shot first, and I still died.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping to avoid. Guys, keep in mind when you make games, and I'm sure everyone out here makes games, that you should feel like there's a learning experience from your deaths and there's a victory from your kills, and it shouldn't be a bunch of BS that frustrates you. So, what do I want from this game? I want explosives to be a much less critical part. I want and everything else. I'm pretty cool with that. Oh, I'd like the kill streaks to be a little less powerful. If they could do something to reward active players, then that would be good. Although I don't know exactly what that would be, and I'm worried about unintended consequences.
Okay.
If I had my real wish list, it would be a game that would only sell 50,000 copies. Honestly, I just hate everything that gives somebody a way to kill me. They don't deserve to kill me. They shouldn't be doing that. They need to be pinned down in a spawn point. It should spawn them. I want my enemies to be spawned in a corner where it's really dark and smoky so they can't see. But I can see into the smoke because I'm me, And they when they spawn, instead of, Modern Warfare 2, you spawn with triple health if you're doing badly. No. In my game, if you're doing badly, you spawn with 1/4 health. That allows me to get a massive, 20-man spray with my, my light machine gun. And I just want to sit there, aimed at a spawn point. There's only one spawn point in my game. And I just want to hold the trigger down. And for some people, they'd be like, oh, that wouldn't be fun. You'd get tired of that in about 5 minutes. Dude.
No.
I could sit there for 10 years shooting that spawn point, just watching the yellow letters go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
It's like I tell people in my game, I don't need to be good. I just need to think I'm good. That's what I'm after here.
I don't care. Let me just give you an example. On Call of Duty 4 Sabotage on Shipment, there are only 3 spawn points on each side of the map. So what you do, and this is in Team Tactical that I'm talking about, you run into their spawn point, and everybody sits, there are 4 spawn points on each side of the map. So you've got 3 men on your team in Team Tactical. Each of them crouches in one of the spawn points, and one person is able to look at the 4th spawn point. He aims at that spawn point with a Bandolier M16, and every time one of them spawns, he just kills them. He's already aimed at their spawn point, and since there's a 7.5 second respawn delay in Sabotage, they don't come so fast that you can't kill them. So it's just kill. I saw a guy go on an 80 kill streak one time doing that. And it was the most fun I've ever had playing a video. It's awesome, okay?
Making other people suffer.
Yeah, exactly. People say, well, if you never died, it wouldn't be fun. Yeah, it would. If my kill streak was 10,000 and I had 10,000 kills, I'd be
all right, Kyle, I love you, but let's move past your absolutely horrible and get to wings.
All right, here's me. Mine's a little more technical than Kyle's, Massacre Fest with his RPD. These are all hypothetical. I know none of these will probably come into the game or even be considered at this stage in the game's development, but here's what I would like to see in Black Ops. The perk list be completely abandoned. And instead, most of the popular perks could easily be replaced by gun attachments, which would basically limit the usefulness of the said perk. For example, stopping power could be self-loaded rounds, and you only got 3 clips of stopping power bullets. And like you pick up somebody else and they don't have stopping power bullets, you don't get it no more. You know what I'm talking about, Kyle.
You know what might be interesting on that? They could do FMJ bullets and hollow point bullets, and you choose. Hollow point's your stopping power, FMJ's penetration. Make your choice.
That's what I'm heading for right there.
Okay.
You know, you could but they'd be 2 separate entities. They both took up an attachment, and that would make something like bling that much worth. You want the hollow point bullets with less penetration, but more killing power with your red dot, but you lose the ability to use like bomb squad or I want the explosives to be on the first perk slot anyway if there is perks.
Bomb Squad should be as well. I want Bomb Squad and Dead Silence so I actually know, so you can actually play Search and Destroy and like a skilled player running and gunning with an MP5.
Cigarep's a horrible perk.
Yeah, but we're disabling perks, but you only get 2 attachments. Say you get 2 attachments as a standard.
Right, you can do Bomb Squad as an attachment. I could totally see it being the next heartbeat sensor or something like it.
Yeah, Bomb Squad could be in it, and you also could go even further and have like a person attachment. Instead of just like a gun, you actually have a person attachment. A person attachment could be like a vest or a flak vest or like a bomb squad suit or something like that. And just dress your character out that way without the perks.
I will say that so Modern Warfare went really wild with all the customization you could do, right? There's, how many kill streaks are there? About 12? And then with all the perks, and I don't know how many combinations there are, but it has to be thousands. And it's too much. I'm really okay with Halo's going to have 3 combinations in most of the game types, and I don't feel like I'm missing a lot. Or is it 4? I think it's 4. Halo Reach.
4.
Yeah. So if it was somewhere much less than that, like 12 choices, and they could make a way to have them fairly balanced, then that would be okay. You don't need 1,200 combinations and permutations.
Yeah, but I think in a sense that adds some fun to the game. Like if you look at people like PyroPuncher, who creates the most insane setups possible. I know Wings loves him, and he posts pretty decent scores with it.
Yeah.
I'm the complete opposite of PyroPuncher. I have 9 classes on Xbox and 10 on PS3. Let me tell you how many of them deviate from Scavenger, Stopping Power, Ninja.
None.
1.
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised. You got a whole 1?
Yeah, but I wasn't finished with my Black Ops wish list. Like, I'd also like to see things like bipods on sniper rifles.
Yeah,
like deployable bipods. I'd also like to see adjustable scopes as options and accessories. Like you get the 2 accessories on your gun. Like one could be your the extra stopping power bullets with like a 12 zoom scope, or you can go like a 4.5 zoom scope with your FMJ bullets, or you could go red dot on your bolt action rifle with extra camo. Who knows?
Go ahead, you go first.
Well, me and Wings were talking about this the other night, that it would be cool if you had adjustable power scopes like you do in real life. Like if it was like I've got a 4.5 power by 14, and that would be excellent. You could turn it down to 4 power, and you could be like a quick scoped beast, and you could turn it up to 14, and you could pick those guys across the map, on Wasteland.
How would you adjust it? Like all the buttons are occupied, so.
In Halo, you just hit the right stick and it zooms in again. So I don't know.
That's true. You could do it like that.
You could do it that way, but I could see maybe you.
What's the right stick now? Oh, it's prone.
That's sprint, isn't it? Or prone? I don't know.
Left stick is sprint. Right stick is prone, right? Or I have it backwards.
Yeah, it's knife as well. And they need to take just touching them on the top of your neck.
You could go the Nintendo route and do like a dual button combination, like the B button. You could hold B and rotate the stick and it'll zoom in, or like you rotate it clockwise, it'll zoom in, rotate it left, it'll zoom out. Like it's something you have to do that's going to get you killed if you get caught doing it.
I would love them to do that for knifing, because I've seen knifing become a panic button for people.
Well, they're supposed to be taking the knife out of Black Ops and make it a secondary weapon where you actually have to switch to it and then physically press the shoot button to stab.
Yeah. Knifing pisses me off so much.
Yeah, knifing's a good example of dying when I feel like it's not my fault. I've shot guys in the chest 2 or 3 times with the AA-12 as they're in their commando lunge and still lost the gunfight. And it's like, man, I outplayed that guy. That's just, it's frustrating to die when you feel like you played better than him.
Yeah.
Shotguns. Go ahead.
Okay, auto aim knife also pisses me off here. See, when a guy knifes you and he's looking at the sky and then suddenly he'll knife the sky and you'll die. Does anybody else get that, or is it just
Yeah, all
I've
the
heard
time.
it
I've
before,
seen
I don't know
guys
what
stab me before, and it was like they stabbed me with their elbow because they're like not even looking at me. I'm like 90 degrees to their left or whatever. It's retarded.
Here's my question is, have you ever been playing Modern Warfare 2 and you get these really, really bad teams and then you wonder how you even ever die on the game?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like if somehow I had been put on the other team, this would have been an 80-5 game. Like, what happened? I was playing the other day, and like at the end of the game, I went 26-5 in a team deathmatch, in a ground war team deathmatch, and I led my team, which was that's a pretty bad score. I didn't do a very good job. But the guy on the other
26-5.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bad
Dude,
score.
shut the hell up. Your Katie's not 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a great score, though. I mean, for a ground
No,
war.
but don't be like, oh, I went 26-5. What an embarrassment.
Well, I mean, what I mean to say is, like, I'm not bragging on that score like it's amazing or anything. Like, I can knock those out all night, you know? But like, I look at the rest of my team, and I'm like, how did I lead my team with 25 kills in a ground war? And they're all negative, and one of them is 6-31, I shit you not. He accounted for a third of our team's deaths. And it's like, and I jumped on him, of course, because I'm a douche. I'm like, Rickshaw, what the fuck were you doing, man? 6-31?
Is it Rickshaw?
I jumped
like-
on somebody once.
I'm like, what, you got Down syndrome over there? And like, some kid on the other team like starts defending him. He's like, oh, come on, leave him alone.
You know, Wings was like that last week. We had Crimson Gunner in our party, and Wings was going apeshit at him. He was going like 4-30.
Oh,
and
yeah, I was in that game.
I was,
Yeah,
dude.
you were there too. Well, Crimson Gunner's a good player. I've seen a lot of his videos in when he played COD 4, but he wasn't having a good night. And
he was running around shooting the sky. He wasn't even playing serious.
Well, his scores reflected that, and Wings was having no part of having a person like that on his team. If you're not freaking positive won't really do it. You got to do. If you go 12-12 every game, Wings will call you out too. You got to pull in at least like an 18-12, and then you'll escape his radar because you don't go 20-2 every game.
You're not a liability going 18-12.
Yeah, he'll leave you alone if you do that. But Crimson Gunner was going negative, and some of his games were like, more than he wasn't going
negative.
10-12, right? He was
I
going,
don't know. Paul here let us
6-30.
down pretty bad. Paul here let us down pretty bad later on in the Ground War TDM.
It's called 2-bar.
Yeah, I'll let you slide on that.
That was funny. But it was kind of fun that night. I was having a good time. And whenever Wings gets really pissed, it's usually a good show.
God damn it!
God damn it!
He just cusses at random people, like 13-year-old kids just sitting in the lobby. And then Wings like, you fucking faggot!
Oh, dude, we'll get in the
I got
lobby
record it
and we'll
the other night.
recognized. Let me do this. So we get, and they'll be like, oh my god, it's Woody's gamer tag, and look, it's PyroPuncher, and hey, Wings of Redemption. Fuck you. It's just like, really? He'll start cursing out this little kid who's so excited to be in the lobby. And
The rest of us kind of like tip our hats. We're like, yeah, hey there, buddy, how's it going? We
Yeah.
go, fuck you, cocksucker. I don't want you to subscribe to me.
yeah, a guy went negative. He's like, unsubscribe. I don't want people like you to be watching my videos. Oh my goodness, Wings! I'm not sure you're making it to heaven, my friend. Doesn't look good.
Oh.
Hey, I have a new
stressed out
topic.
person.
I have a new topic. You ready? Here's the scenario.
Yes.
You're at Home Depot, and on comes the zombie apocalypse. So you're at Home Depot, there's a zombie apocalypse. Kyle, what's your strategy?
Am I able to get to my car?
I don't know, it's a risk. How are you going to get there? Do it. Outline the scenario.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is grab something heavy and metal, probably a crowbar. If I can't get to a crowbar, then I'm going for like one of those wooden rods they've got that are like 2 inches thick, and I'm heading for my car because I got a shotgun in the car.
Secretary?
Yeah, got the 12 gauge in the car, and I'll try to make it home because at home I've got 4,000 rounds of ammunition and an arsenal of assault rifles, and then we'll go into what I like to call defense pattern beta, which Which is where I press the secret button that's under the head of Washington, the head of Washington, on my desk, and it's like a red button, kind of like on Batman. And bars go up on the windows. I take my position on the roof, and I rain sniper fire down upon the hordes of zombies. That's how
I'll tell you what I would do.
All right, you're at Home Depot. Zombie apocalypse. Go.
Push the little kids down while I run away.
Oh God.
Kick them first.
I mean, I'm fat. They got to have a snack before they get to me.
Wings would like tie 50 kids to him and use them as a meat shield.
Wings, if I'm a zombie, you're the sweetest buffet in Home Depot.
Yeah, if I throw Gloria Big Tits down in front of you, which would you take? The lady prone that's screaming and crying, or the fat guy that's running?
I hear you. Gloria Big Tits, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's the baby buffalo in this scenario.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Pyro,
yeah,
what do you got? Do you know what Home Depot is?
Is it like an electronic?
This
DIY
is like a
or
gigantic hardware store.
Yeah.
Am I situated in Ireland or USA at this time?
I guess Ireland. Let's see what you come up with.
To be perfectly honest, I'd probably get a mop handle and a fucking couple packs of lawnmower blades.
See, to be honest, yeah, like Wings said there, we can't buy guns here in Ireland, so I'm fucked. I'd probably get a power drill and go around savoring my last few moments, killing people, and then eventually die.
Yeah, Paul's going to attack the zombie with a power drill.
Yeah,
you got to have some reach.
Tool. But there's plugs all over the place. I'm going to find myself a chainsaw that plugs into the wall because the gas ones aren't going to work for you here, right? They don't keep gas in them. And maybe an extension cord, a chainsaw, climb up to the top shelves of that brother, and have at anyone who climbs after me. Be kicking them down, cutting their heads off.
You should just tie like 50 chainsaws to each.
Yeah, the chainsaw would be too messy.
I'm not really
concerned you're gonna get some of that infected blood in your eyes.
Yeah, you'll get that blood in your eyes. So I'd stick with the lawnmower blade, duct tape to like a mop handle or something.
I don't know how the infection works on that.
That's how it works.
That's
how everybody here
get on top of one of those racks. They got those 10,000-pound racks that you see.
Yeah,
get on the top shelf.
The
one
big
of those.
orange shells, right?
Yeah, I'd leave the ladder there and just start stabbing them as they try to come up.
Yeah, if they bite you, scratch you, or if their blood gets in your eyes. That's why you're going to need one of those face shields like people use when they use grinders on metal.
Yeah,
or like chemistry where
I'll
they
have to pick that up. Or maybe a welding shield or something like that.
It's sort of like the welding shield, but it doesn't have the tint.
Dude, I've got this. Dude, have you seen my workshop? You think I don't have all this stuff?
Just making sure, Woody. And for the hordes of children listening to us right now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, okay.
All the kids that's listening to us, don't be around me in a zombie apocalypse. Your ass sticks around.
Oh my God, it's Wings of Redemption.
The kid's like, don't worry, guys, that's the Wings of Redemption.
All right.
And Wings just pictures them.
And Wings just shoves him to the floor. Fuck you, faggot.
So here, let's do choices on the next topic. We can either cover police beating, the Map Pack, or Woody's weekly cool story, bro.
I'm a stealth.
Woody's weekly cool story, bro.
All right. So the way we've been working this is I asked the guest host. I wasn't able to get it in last week with that cinema guy, but I asked the guest host to choose the topic. So here, there's 4 topics to choose from. Woody saves 130 lives. Getting thrown out of the college dorms, how I met my wife. My career, which people ask about all the time. And the last one, that time I hit a girl.
The time I hit a girl.
Hit a girl. Hit a girl.
Okay, go for that one.
All right. Thanks for choosing, Paul. So here's the deal. I enter high school, and I'm kind of late on the whole puberty train here. And I'm a little smaller than the other kids in my freshman year in class. So I'm 13 years old at this point. And in gym class, there's this girl, Jennifer Frank, and she's beautiful, gorgeous, the dream girl. She's already dating a senior who's the captain of the wrestling team. And for whatever reason, I attracted her attention, and she used to call me gay. And not that I have any problem with gay people, but she was off target in this accusation. And so every day, the school starts in September, right? It's the beginning of my freshman year. She's calling me gay. And what would happen is she was in my gym class, and freshmen at my school only ran, and the track was a half mile from the school. So you'd walk to the track, and you'd walk back, and you'd run a mile every gym day. And on this walk there and back, she would like trail me by 5 or 6 feet and call me gay almost daily for months, and it wouldn't stop. And you know how they say to ignore them and they'll give up or whatever? That is ridiculously bad advice. High school people are amazingly persistent in their ability to make fun of one another, and it wouldn't go away. And this is me like early in my freshman year, and I'm not sure what to do. So at one point, I thought, you know, like, dude, you think I'm gay? Let's have sex. And this didn't really work. She didn't take me up on my offer, probably because she was freaking nailing the captain of the wrestling team. And so here it is. It's not too long before Christmas. It's in December, and I'm 3 months into this ridiculous abuse getting from this girl. And I say to her, if you keep talking like that, you're going to get slapped. And yeah, I know what to say, right? I mean, it was months of this kind of abuse. And,
what age were you at this time? 13 still?
Yeah, I'll be 14 in February, so I'm almost 14. And that set her off. She's like, slap me, I dare you. Go ahead, slap me, do it. And she's following me with like her chin stuck out in the air, like, you know, as a target to be presented. And you know, I didn't do it, so I let it go. And then the next day in gym class, it continues. And instead of calling me gay, now she's begging for me to slap her. And all the way to the track, slap me, do it. She's like tapping on my shoulder, sticking her chin out, saying I won't do it. She's saying I'm a pussy and that I'm gay and that I'm too scared to hit her and all this stuff. And like now, what do you do? So we run our laps.
I would have slapped that chick so hard in the ass.
Oh, that was a good strategy. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're headed back from running, and she's doing it again. She's saying, slap me. And I'm like, you got to knock it off. You don't know, I'm about to do this. And she's, you know, F you won't do it, you're scared, whatever. I wind up. Like, you know, if you could just picture the shoulder, my hand going all the way down by my knees. And then with the full shoulder arm, I backhand this girl as hard as anyone's been backhand across my face. And the mark it left, I swear, if I had hit her with the front of my hand, you'd have gotten fingerprints off her face. It was just 5 fingers spread on her face. And she was so surprised. I don't know why. She was just shocked. And she looks at me, and her jaw drops, and tears start to roll out. And I'm like, all right, I've changed the problem. You know, she's not going to be asking to be slapped anymore. I'm pretty sure of that. But now
the wrestling team's going to get you now.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the second half of the story. She, everyone is like, oh my God, I can't believe you do that. You know, she's dating Tim Conway or whatever the hell his name was. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but what are you going to do? So I didn't do anything different. I just cared about my normal day. And he had lunch at the same time I did. Now, my high school was kind of roughish, not terribly. I mean, Ocean City High School, for anyone that knows it. But they had cut our lunches down to 12 minutes because there were so many fights.
What?
Yeah, our lunch.
12 minutes?
Yeah, we had a 12-minute lunch period. And
lunch. And
you couldn't go outside or anything. So it was really a short sort of get there, down your food, and get out. And like the day that it happened, nothing. The day after that, nothing. And at this point, I'm starting to think that, you know, maybe nothing's going to happen. And then, I swear, the whole lunchroom, this is like 400 people, fall silent as he stands up from his lunch table and walks over to mine. And he asks me to get up and to join him in, like, the corner of the cafeteria. And I'm like, all right. You know, like, what are you going to say? No, I'll be here drinking my milk. So I get up. And this is what he says to me. He says, look, dude, I know what she's like. Don't hit her anymore. And that's how it ends. Yeah. And that's my what do you hit a girl story.
What an understanding guy. You know, seeing you bitch slap the girl, I can just imagine, like, this really highly animated Japanese scene where, like, Woody delivers, like, a falcon punch straight to your girl's face.
No, I wasn't going to win that fight. He wasn't the biggest guy. He was bigger than me. But, dude, he's a wrestler. And this is
he's going to put you in some kind of, like, homoerotic, like, hold or something and, like, give you a noogie.
He's going to win the takedown, and then he's going to do anything he wants. That's what actually happens when you fight a wrestler. People don't know. Like, a lot of guys think, well, I could get into a fight. I would do well because I get really angry. Or they say, you don't know, he's really strong when he's mad. Or, this guy's more enthusiastic than the other, he's going to win the fight. And to a fighter, hearing that, it's like saying,
that's a weakness.
I'd be good at the guitar because, dude, when I hear good music, I hit mosh pits and I, jump around like crazy people. It's like, no, dude, someone who studies guitar is going to be a million times better than you, no matter how enthusiastic you are. And unless that enthusiasm turns into practice. So this guy was a wrestler, and I was nothing. And he would have won the takedown, he would have taken the top mount, and then he would have done anything he wanted. That's how that fight would have gone.
No. The way that fight would have gone in fucking Wings of Redemption's world is I'd have had me a handful of nuts like Charles Bronson.
Hell fucking yeah. I was telling you about that today. Don't you love that clip? Dude, he gets a double handful of junk and starts twisting, tugging, pulling, tearing, ripping, and all the while he's got his boot on the guy's throat.
You see, I'm unlike most people. I don't rely on getting mad and having extra adrenaline strength as my leeway to winning the fight. No, I pick up the folding chair and hit you right in the throat.
He's doing old WWF style.
You guys want to hear prison guard stories?
Why not?
Let's start.
Hey, I got a question. I was wondering. The ending of that story we just told makes me pretty sure that Jennifer Frank sucks a mean dick.
I think we're Facebook friends now. I'm not sure. We definitely have friends in common.
I can imagine this captain of the wrestling team showing up at Wings door tomorrow morning as soon as his podcast goes live and just tensing his knuckles.
Might not be the best idea for him. I have weapons in my house.
Wings just stands there with a shotty.
By the way, Jennifer Frank, if you're out there anywhere, I'm in Northeast Georgia, and I don't mind slapping the girl if that's what you're really looking for.
I developed this fetish. She's married with kids. She looks good, though.
Sounds like fun to me.
I live by myself, so I answered the fucking door with the shotgun.
Always?
Always. I don't care if it's the mailman, the UPS guy. I don't hold it out here. I got one of these. You better not fuck with me. I keep it behind the door and crack the door open. What you need?
Wings, what kind of shit is that? All right. I'm usually right behind you pretty much all the time. You're like, yeah, I took the gun. Got the gun in my car. Yeah, I'll shoot it, dude. I don't care. But you answer the door with a gun, like.
They don't know I have it until they want to start shit, which has never happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. All right.
You always get that nice look when they actually come into the house and you open the door and you put the gun back in the corner.
I can imagine some scouts selling cookies coming up the Wings door, just with a shotgun there, and what about cookies?
So
I can't imagine that.
So I'm training MMA. This is my prison guard story, and when I'm training MMA, you get to see people from all walks of life. It's not just freaking IT geeks. By the way, I'm gonna throw down. I'm the toughest guy in IT. So if you think you got some, bring it, computer nerds. So anyway, so I'm working out with these prison guards, and I'm telling them hey, how does this work? How do the things that we do here translate into prison fights? And he's like, they wouldn't help. And I'm like, why not? I don't get this. I'm sure you've got better hands, and there's people who are athletic in general can sometimes have good hands, but athletic in general without any training or knowledge almost never translates into a good ground game. So I'm like, I'm sure you've got better hands, and there's no doubt your ground game is miles above your regular crypt or whoever's in the prison with him. And he says, no, that's not how prison fights go down. What they do is they put a lock in a sock and they hit you on the head from behind, and you'd never know it was coming, or they might stab you with a shiv, and that's how prison fights begin. And he's like, just because I've got better head movement than this guy, it's not going to work out. Lock in a sock while you're looking the other way. And,
I have
but there's more.
I have a great story as soon as you're done with this one.
Yeah, so I asked him about the whole anal sex thing, and I was like, let's say a guy like me goes into prison. What's my strategy? What do I do here? And he gave me a couple. He's like, one, you can either kind of just get down with it and pick the guy that you want to be, and then he'll protect you, or you can work your way to solitary. And if you want to get to solitary, you can attack someone, Even if you lose the fight, you'll attack the guy and you'll make your way to solitary. Or you can touch a prison guard. He's like, if you just shake him on the shoulder. Or how people do that thing where they're in a standoff about to fight and he kind of flinches in his direction?
Yeah.
If you do that to a prison guard, that might get you to solitary, or he might be like, fuck you just want to go to solitary and not give it to you. But
yeah, there's a great movie. I can't remember what movie it is, but it starts off with the guy going to prison, and he looks over at like all these other prisoners, and they're looking at him like, yeah, you gonna be my bitch, boy. And he's like, damn. And he looks over the prison guard, and he's like, and the prison guard's like, all right, so just come with me. And he just like lays the prison guard out immediately, knocks him out. And they're like, all right, 6 months solitary. And so like 6 months go by, and he's coming out of solitary, and the same group of guys are there like, yeah, boy, you in my world now. He looks at the prison guard, lays him out again.
That was a strategy that he gave me. But there was another thing he told me. I was like, hey, does this really happen? It's a big problem. And he says, yes. And I'm like, well, do you guys stop it? Do you protect people? And he says, no. And he's laughing about it. This guy is like, he's a sick, bad person. And he's telling me if he's like wants to punish someone, he'll say, hey guys, I'm going to cook a burrito here in the office. It's going to take me about 15 minutes. I'll be back. And then he hears him screaming for help. Help! 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 And this guy is giggling as he tells the story, and he's clapping his hands. They're like, help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! And and he's in the office enjoying his burrito, laughing about it, knowing that this guy will, whatever.
This guy's out there enjoying somebody else's burrito.
Yeah, and it's not a one-on-one situation, right? It's like a 6-on-1, and they all take their turn on this poor guy, and I'm betting he'll never be the same. But that is what American prison is.
See, I'd be dead. I would be dead in prison. I would lash out against one of them and get killed by the other 5 afterwards.
What if we just sneak a shotgun in somehow?
I wouldn't need a fucking shotgun. I would sit my fat ass foot on his throat after I hit him with the lock.
Winks is the guy with the lock, by the way.
What is it called? A shiv?
Yeah.
I don't need a shiv. I just stomp on his fucking neck.
Dude, you can't stomp on somebody's neck. You actually need a workable plan, right? This can be a shiv. This can be a lock and a sock.
Yeah, hit him with the lock in his sock a couple times. When he hits the fucking dirt after head trauma, you break his fucking neck.
Yeah, see, there's a workable plan. But the stomp on his neck, that's not an move.
So this story is like 3 or 4 years ago. My cousin calls me, and apparently like he had some issue with some other people. They were going to have to go fight, and apparently there was like 6 of them, and there was only 2 of us. So I was like, well, is there anybody else we could get to go with us? And he's like, well, we could go get Uncle Terry. And I'm like, I don't have an Uncle Terry. He's like, yeah, but I do. He's my mom's brother. And I'm like, I don't know him. And he's like, well, he just got out of jail. And I'm like, what'd he do? He murdered someone. I'm like, how long has he been in there? 35 years. How old is this guy? I don't know. He's like 50s, something like that. I'm like, dude, we're not taking like a 55-year-old dude to this fight where, we're like 17, 18. I'm like, we don't need some old dude slowing us down. He's like, no, trust me. This is the guy we want with us. So I hop in Scott's car, and he takes us to a trailer park, and we hop out, and like, this isn't a nice trailer park. This is a pretty rough establishment. This is
Robert Bowling trailer park.
This is Robert Bowling's trailer park. And South Clown. And so we go into this, and all right, this is funny right from the start. We get out of the car, and this figure opens the trailer door and looks down at us and goes, "Who's that out there in that moon wagon?" We're in a Blazer, by the way, so I don't know what the fuck made it a moon wagon. But like Scott goes, "It's me, Uncle Terry." He's like, "Oh, who you got with me?" I got Kyle with me. He's like, well, "Come on in here." So we go into this guy's house, and he's sitting there with his 2 daughters who are like, I don't know, teenagers. One of them has a broken arm, which she got beating up a black girl at school, but that's not how she referred to the individual. And so everybody starts smoking cigarettes, including the young teenage girls, and they pass around ashtrays, which consisted of styrofoam plates. And of course that doesn't work too well. It burns right through. So I'm like, no, I don't smoke. I didn't smoke at the time. So like, we start talking to Terry, and we tell him what the situation is. And he's like, do you have any weapons? Like, straight face, like, you got any weapons? And he's like, well, I got this right here. And Scott's got like this rod. It's like a piece of steel. It's like a steel rod. It's a steel rod, yeah, sort of like that, but not as big. It's about 1.5 feet long. And Uncle Terry, like, picks it up and he goes, yeah. He goes, this is like a black cobra in the desert. And he goes, like a snake. And like, he's like, this is like my black cobra in the desert. You could run a chain gang with one of these. And I'm like, how would you sneak it into prison? He's like, I don't care. Stick it up my ass if I got to. he's like in prison. He's like prison's rough. He's like, lost all my teeth. He pulls out false teeth at this point to reveal that he indeed has no front teeth. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? He's like, a nigger. He had a lock and a sock. Hit me in the mouth with it. And I'm like, what did you do? I killed him. He's like, I killed him. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess that fixed that problem. Hell yeah, it fixed it. He's like, in prison, you gotta be mean. You gotta be hardcore. He's like, I'll eat an asshole if that's what it takes. I'll bite your lips off. I don't care. I'm like, all right.
I'm never going to prison.
So at the end of it, I was like, you know what? I don't think we need your services, Terry. We're going to be moseying on out, but good luck to you eating the assholes and, running the chain.
Lips.
And that was the last time I saw him.
This is just craziness.
Yeah,
that guy ran bare-fisted fighting, like a bare-fisted fight club at the trailer park, in which your entry fee was a case of natural light. And I'm not joking. It was winner take all, dude.
I wish I had some epic stories to tell.
It makes me realize if I ever have a shootout with the cops, I'm going to get clapped at the end of it. I ain't going into cuffs. Ain't no asshole eating for me.
All right, we've got two topics on the board here: police beating and the Mac Pack that releases June 3rd.
Can someone tell me what police beating is?
It's when a police beats you. The stick.
Well, I have a lot of experience viewing that and stuff because, like, you guys know, like, there's been a lot of riots in Ireland. Like, you don't know about that.
Tell us
classic.
Apparently, the Irish sniper team sucks.
Yeah, no. Like, do you guys not know there's like a whole feud over religion here? Well, there used to be anyway. Like,
sure.
So Catholic and Protestants, and it was basically in the 80s and 90s, but in like early 2000s, I was about 6-7 years ago. I was probably like 9, 10 at the time. That was like the last ever like major event I saw, and like there was police in all the time, and I saw. I even saw like 6-7-year-old kids get shot by plastic bullets in the leg and shit, and I don't know.
So can you explain the central issue between Protestants and Catholics? Like, it's hard to believe they're killing each other over the right to get divorced.
Yeah, well, I think it was early 1900s when the English came over, invaded Ireland, and claimed Ireland as their own, and then there was some agreement put out where the north of Ireland would become a part of the UK, Northern Ireland. I live in that part now. We can stop playing with the coin. So, I live in Northern Ireland, and there's people who refer to themselves as Republicans who would want a united Ireland. So they want no affiliation with the UK. But it used to be done by like all the paramilitary groups like the IRA. There's like 50 different types. I couldn't name them all. So there was ones for each side, like you would have the IRA and stuff like the UVF battling each other. And recently, it's all going to politics now. Like, people are starting to change their ways, but that was the last experience, like 9-10.
I somehow didn't get the core of that. Why were Protestants and Catholics mad at each other? Is there a shorter version?
I kind of blanked out during the story.
All right, the basic view is Protestants believe that they can speak directly with God, and Catholics go through a priest. They go through.
No, it's nothing to do with that.
Like, that's the difference. Like,
I know the difference.
But
I'm trying to gather. Is this what they're really fussing about in Ireland?
Okay, I'll tell you. It's about land. Okay. So people want united Ireland, and Republicans think that UK took over Ireland and they're meaning to do violence to get it back. Well, it used to be. It's all political now. Well, the majority of it. But in the terms of police beatings, like, I've seen police come in with riot shields and petrol bombs be thrown at them, and like stones and bricks, and I've seen like 6-year-old kids get shot in the leg with plastic bullets, and You know, I don't know, like, what to talk about police beatings. What do you want me to talk about in that term? Like, how it's done?
You know, so in my mind, it was.
I got a story about
talk
police
about
beatings.
some of the U.S.
Me
ones
too.
and some of the like sort of undeserved police beatings. But Wings and Kyle have stories. I'll just be quiet. Let's hear them.
Yeah, you go.
Well, I was watching the video the other day. The video is probably 3 or 4 years old, and it kind of intrigued my interest on this story. Well, the thing is, we have a Georgia state trooper. He pulls over this guy who has been speeding and swerving. And it turns out this guy's like an amateur MMA fighter. And he's drunk. He's got a military background, and he has no part of wanting to go to jail. Basically, the cop tries to handcuff him, and the MMA fighter turns him out, elbows the cop in the mouth. And he kind of falls back, and he pulls his stun gun out. Well, down here in the southern states, I guess it's all southern states, the cops have this thing called a stun gun. I don't know if it's worldwide, where it basically shoots 2 electrodes and it jabs into your chest wherever it hits, and it shocks. Yeah, taser.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically shocks you. Well, he hits the guy with this, and the guy rips it out of his chest. So he immediately drops the taser and hits him with pepper spray. The guy takes the pepper spray, and the cop. It comes back to the cop because like, well, I was scared at this point because he's a real Southern guy. I was scared at this point because he wiped the pepper spray out of his mouth, and he said, "You're gonna need more than that, boy." So the guy gets the cop starts running. You see, he's on the dash right now. The cop starts running from this motherfucker. This is a big black guy too. He's like probably 300 pounds of muscle. He's like a Brock Lesnar looking motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
And this guy just gets this cop down and starts beating this cop.
Ooh.
I mean, he's got him by like the shirt collar and just full mount, just punching him in the head. So the cop pulls out his service revolver and shoots him in the stomach.
That'll hurt.
And it doesn't affect him. He is so jacked up on drugs.
Oh.
This reminds me of Left 4 Dead for some reason, like a charger.
I mean, he ends up shooting the guy 4 times. And the guy ignores it. The guy eventually gets off of him, and the cop's like all beaten. It's like disfigured and all. And the backup finally pulls up.
Hey, whoever's playing with the coin, seriously.
Wings, come on.
That's not me.
You know, Pyro blames
It's
everything
Wings.
on Wings.
It's Wings.
Stop it, please.
And finally the backup comes, and they end up having to shoot the guy.
Wow. Well, again, right? 'Cause he's
Yeah,
already been shot.
again, he's already shot 4 times in the gut. I was like, wow. But let's talk about some of the premature police beating, because, police are generally dicks. Like, I've only had 1 speeding ticket my entire life, and it was in a school zone. Well, because the school zones around here, they're only school zones for like 2 hours a day. And I used to work swing shifts where I used to work at Met Glass. And my time's always been fucked up for the last 6 or 7 years. I'm never on like a right schedule, and I didn't know what.
You're talking about your sleeping schedule.
Yeah, and it was like 8 in the morning. I would say like 7:40, which is 7 to 8 is a school zone in that area. Because the speed limit is normally 50 through it, but it drops down to 35 in that 1 hour. And I was going 45-ish. And I said they're trying to explain to the guy, I'm sorry for speeding, he wasn't having nothing about it, like this is usually a 50 zone, because I was upset I was getting pulled for speeding for 45 miles an hour, the zone is usually 50.
Right.
And he was just an outright dick about it, because I had to tell him I had a firearm, and then he wanted to get upset about that. I ended up having to be there like 4 hours while he took his sweet ass time checking the fucking code on the firearms, checking licenses, and I happen to have 2 guns in the back, too, so that's why it took him so damn long, because I had 2 rifles in my gun rack.
You have a gun rack in your pickup truck?
Yeah.
Could you be any more
Wow.
southern? Kyle, you have a gun rack on your pickup truck, too?
No.
Yeah.
No, I just put it under the back seat, dude.
See, me, I usually take the gun, I just take the bolt out of them and put them in the gun rack, because you're supposed to have them in plain sight. I mean, it's just against the law to put them under the back seat.
Well, you don't have it concealed? Carry license?
Yeah, but you're not supposed, like if it's a rifle or something, you got to have them in plain sight.
Not in Georgia.
Yeah, I don't think that's the rule here in North Carolina
Well,
either.
it's the land of phonage. By the way, guys, watch this video I just sent you.
No, look, I hate it when podcasts do this, when they all sit there and watch videos and
Yeah.
look,
But,
All right, for those at you in for those of you out there in podcast land, go to YouTube and search Birmingham police beating, 5 officers fired, and you'll get this video. And that's one hell of a police beating.
It'd be like that like that shooting where a guy gets shot 21 times on his stoop.
5 cops just beat the shit out of this dude after he was thrown from his vehicle.
Oh, you ever see that one where a cop beats the old lady after she's thrown from the vehicle?
No.
There's like
maybe this is it.
There's like a vehicle where this old lady is speeding. Well, she's not an old lady. She's in her 40s or 50s, and she's in a blue minivan, and a tire blows out on it, and it starts flipping, and she's thrown from the vehicle by the passenger doorway, and she hits the grass on the side of the embankment, and she's cold. And this guy comes running up, just like Bubba kind of guy, and just jumps on her, knees her in the head, and starts punching her.
Damn.
I mean, it's like 10 seconds after. She is dead cold. She's gone. He's like.
So I want to talk about the video that Kyle just posted. Here's what happens. There's a person who's speeding, and they don't show. It's only 50 seconds long or 51 seconds. And there's a cop who's out of his car, and he throws a spike strip out in the road. Now, a spike strip, if you don't know, when they drive over it, it gives them these slow, flat tires. It's a nice, safe way to end the chase. Anyway, the cop who's throwing the spike strip, the car swerves to hit the cop, and I think actually does. It's hard to tell how much of it was being hit and how much of it was jumping to the side. Fast forward another 20 seconds or so, and the guy takes an exit off the highway. This is like a super highway this goes down on. And he flips the car over. I guess he's not wearing a seatbelt because he flies out the window. He's obviously hurt and injured, and he's sort of in this heap. And within maybe 5 seconds or so, 5 or 6 policemen with their clubs out start pounding on this guy. One guy kneels at the top of his head and with both hands starts punching like left ear, right ear, left ear, right ear. And then there might be some kickers in the party too.
Oh man, when they say he exited a vehicle, I mean literally the vehicle's like mid-flip and he flies out the top of it.
Dude, that one big guy who comes in about halfway through, I just imagine him going, "It's clobbering time."
See, but now, those aren't the beatings that bother me the most. Like, that guy tried to hit a cop with a car. And, yeah, it's kind of unprofessional to beat a guy who's probably already injured and in a lot of trouble.
Probably has, like, broken ribs or something at this point.
But, look, I'm okay with a little beating. I'll give these cops some suspension with pay and a black mark on their record, and then, carry on. It's the ones where a guy like badmouths a cop, or better yet, some kid with a skateboard shows a little too much attitude. There are people you beat down and people you don't. And the 14-year-old emo kid is in that don't category. I expect you to be a little more professional and to get him in trouble with his mom, not beat him down on your own.
I hate the cops that want to like bow up and like want to fight you because you don't say sir after everything you say. That cop that pulled me over, that was one of the things that bothered me the most. I wanted to cuss that motherfucker out because I was talking to him and he's like, "You say sir to me."
Wings is like you and me, 1v1 rust.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get scared because I had that look on my face. I'm a pretty laid back guy in real life. If my face just was like the son of Sam, like that dead stare look. You just told me to tell you to say sir. It was about one-on-one time. I was ready to pull my pistol out the side and shoot him.
Yeah, I don't go that way, man. A cop pulls me over, I'm like, man, look, I'm sorry. I don't usually speed. This is why I did it now, and I don't plan on doing it again. I
was being over polite, and he's like, "You say sir to me." Like really? I'm obligated to say sir to him.
Yeah, but you better just cooperate to get it with because there are a few dicks out there. And
I thought it through and all, but the thought entered my mind: I should pull my pistol out and blow this cocksucker out this world.
Yeah, but Karma's a bitch, so the guy probably walked home and get knocked down or some shit like that. So.
Karma does not exist, Paul. Come on.
You know what you should call him?
It's like, please, Wings, don't get into one of these philosophical rounds.
I kind of don't like sir either, especially if the guy's younger than me. And look,
We're forced. We're forced to stand at school with people.
Really? So, but with cops, I call him officer, and it's still like a respectful thing, but it's not quite as subservient as sir. So go with officer. That'll work.
Yeah, but I was nervous. It was my first speeding ticket, and this motherfucker wants to bow up at me because, I was explaining to him about I had a concealed weapon, I had a couple firearms in the vehicle. I was trying to talk to him about how it slipped my mind it was a school zone because I was only like 10 miles over the speed limit. you know, some minuscule thing. And he wants to bow up at me and like, you call me sir. Like he's obligated to my respect.
Hey, the coin thing, guys. Who is playing with coins and...
It's Wings.
It's not me. It's fucking Pyro.
It's got to be Pyro. It's always Pyro.
I have... No.
For you guys that don't know, I want to
to
tell a story here. Every time I'm on a Skype call with Pyro or Trout or one of these guys, they are eating into the mic. And it is the most disgusting thing to hear some guy chew freaking cucumber sandwiches or whatever it is. And you know, he's just this disgusting horribleness. And they blame it on Wings. And Wings is like, it's not me. It's not me. You just blame it on me because I'm fat. It's not me. I don't eat all day. It's not me. And there you have it. So Pyro has a history of blaming it on Wings. It is. No,
honestly, it's Wings. Come on, Wings. Own up. Stop getting me in trouble.
I forgot what I was talking about because Pyro worried about a damn coin.
Well, you were talking about the police officer.
Yeah,
the officer, and you were going to shoot him. And
it crossed my mind. It's not like, you know, a deep-seated hatred, but I don't know. I just don't like that when I'm obligated to put somebody just because they got a fucking badge. I'm like, down here in South Carolina, it doesn't take much to become an officer. Pretty much anybody can do it. You just need to take, 8 weeks of police academy training, and you're pretty much going to get put on some Hicktown sheriff office somewhere.
Triple IQ number. That's about it.
You don't have to have a triple IQ.
Yeah, triple IQ. That rules out most of South Carolina. I don't know that you want to do that.
I mean, I'm just saying, and most of the people who are cops around here were just straight up bullies in school and things of that nature. And
I want to apologize to everyone in South Carolina. I'm just trying to be funny.
I can imagine like an angry mob showing up at Woody's house tomorrow.
They'll be better armed than me. Well,
I'm getting mad right now thinking about it. 'Cause I still got those 2 points off my driver's license.
Still on there.
I've yet to learn to drive.
You know what I want to throw out there as our last topic before we end the podcast. The Map Pack comes out on June 3rd, and it's going to be an Xbox exclusive for some period of time, like the last one. What do you guys think of that? Because I see both sides. On one hand, Xbox people pay $50 a year to own that. And therefore, Microsoft pays Infinity Ward some amount of money to keep it exclusive for a little while. So, you know what? If you're on the PC or the PS3, you get this network for free, and you can't be too upset that you're not getting for free what other people are paying for. And then another part of me is like, well, it's hardly fair because they don't even have an opportunity. It's not as if they could buy a $25 map pack and get it at the same time. So what do you guys think about this exclusive business?
Well, everybody on PC probably will pirate the mod pack anyway. Anybody with common sense is back to COD 4. As for Xbox, I don't know about Wings because he has a PS3 as well. I don't know if you guys have one, but I think I like my Xbox way more than I like my PS3. And I think in terms of I think Microsoft shelled out the extra cash to get those PS3 players who own an Xbox on Xbox, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm sure there's other guys out there who own both Xbox and PS3, and I think the mod packs is a way of drawing them in, I guess.
I think Activision made a mistake in taking that money. Look, I get that it's a business
it's
and everything.
It's probably Kodak.
But, that there's another good aspect of running a business, and that's having happy customers. People are mad about it. People are mad about a lot of things that Activision and Infinity Ward have done over the last, 6 months. So
it's a business. It's a business.
I think it's because Activision is actually failing as a company. They're losing money every quarter.
Yeah, they are.
I've heard that. Yeah, they made the freaking Tony Hawk skate.
It's the same reason as like PlayStation is starting to bring in what you call the premium service, because they're dying. I mean, the Xbox is outselling them by like 10 to 1 or something like that. I don't know the exact number.
I think it's not as big since the Slim came out. I think the PS3 is doing much better than it was before.
I don't know, man. The PlayStation. Here's my thing with the PlayStation 3. We're
gonna go into this. All right. Oh, does everyone here have both? I know.
I have both. Yeah.
I do too. Kyle.
Yeah, I have both.
All right, so everybody has both. All right.
All right. Now, first of all, Wings. Early on, you said you hated the Xbox controller. Which controller do you think is superior now? The stock controller as it comes with the system.
I still think the PS3 is easier to play with, but the Xbox more comfortable.
Well, yeah, I can agree with that. In terms of trigger top and stuff, like the file can go like fully automatic in the right hands on PS3.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, the PlayStation 3 controller seems like it is made for a young Asian girl's hands, and I am not a young Asian girl, so it doesn't fit my hand very well. I've got
Big
really
manly
big hands.
American, a big hairy.
I got
vending
big
machine.
man hands. Like I can hold a basket. I mean, like I'm not some giant man like that dude Robert Bronson castrated in that video, but like I mean, like I can hold a basketball out with one hand. You know, I got big hands, so like. That little PS3 controller, and I'm holding it in my hand right now as I look at it. This is a bitch controller, dude. Like I can't hold this thing and play a game. This Xbox controller is a man's controller, and that's just how I see it. As far as the online service, they're pretty much identical, except PS3 is free.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about this real quick
Bluetooth Max suck.
because I've got because the premium service comes out I think next month. It gets unveiled in E3. And I got the list of what actually is going to be in the service.
Yep.
And they've got some shit that's probably going to sway me back toward the PS3 in this shit. 'Cause they got some pretty hardcore deals for cheaper than Xbox Live. And I wonder what Xbox will do to combat this.
Pyro, stop making noise.
Like, for example, straight up, if you buy the premium service for 1 year, you get 3 years console warranty right out the gate. You get another 3 years. You have this thing called Full Title Trial, which basically lets you download a full PlayStation 3 game and play it for 2 days and see if you want to buy it. As for that, you get that. You can do that for any game you want, as long as you're a premium member.
Did you say how much it cost yet?
They have packages.
Okay.
They can go from $20 a year to $60 a year.
Okay.
Is the game is it like the full game as much as you can play in 2 days, or is it like a demo?
No, it's a full game. It's like you opened Red Dead Redemption right out the box.
So you could beat the game in 2 days?
Yeah, exactly.
If you could beat the game in 2 days, yeah, you can do it that way.
It might be
They're
smart.
gonna lose money in that shit, dude. That's all I need is 2 days.
Really? Well, you get.
Yeah.
You may have more gaming time than other people do. Like it.
Yeah, it's 2 days run. You get 48 hours. So it's not like
You better
crunch.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of games are like 10, 12 hours of playtime to get through. And 2 days is that's 6 hours a day.
Every campaign I've ever beaten, and I've beaten every campaign from every major game that's pretty much been out in the last 2 years. I've beaten in one sitting. So I beat Halo 1, 2, 3 in one sitting. I beat all the Call of Duties in one sitting, and obviously not like RPG games like Oblivion, because I don't know, I got 250 hours in that game and I still haven't beaten it completely. But like,
yeah, but
I'm going to talk about PS3 and Xbox too.
Yeah, but they're looking at it like this way: you can download it, and if you beat it in 2 days, oh well and grand. But the fact is, if you didn't download it, you probably wouldn't have bought it anyway.
Yeah, see, Kyle's a hardcore gamer, and he might be on the exception on this one. And most people, if they play for 2 days a lot, they probably get hooked and sell, whereas somebody else wouldn't. But so here on the controller thing, the shape of the Xbox controller is better, I think, but the sticks on the PS3 are better. So I prefer the Xbox, but I can see how someone would prefer either one. The big difference for me on the platform, the graphics, by the way, are pushed. A lot of guys just PS3 graphics are so
very
much better.
minuscule. Very minuscule differences.
Yeah, on games that are written for both platforms, a lot of times the Xbox is better, but you can hardly tell. And on games that are written exclusively for the PS3, sometimes it has better graphics than you'll find on the cross-platform games. But whatever, Uncharted 2 isn't that much better looking than Modern Warfare 2.
Let me go ahead and go across this list. This is a pretty large list. It's a lot more than Xbox Live.
Oh, but I wanted to cover one more thing before I hand back the mic, and that was likes, actually. It is painful to listen to the vast majority of people on the PS3. And
yes,
I don't know what I sound like. I know I'm wired and I have Astros, so I should sound
You sound worse than you do on Xbox.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the deal is there, but the PS3 didn't seem to be designed for collaboration, talking to each other in conversations. And they just didn't have that in mind, and they didn't ship mics with it, and they really messed up big time. Because on the Xbox, I'm happy to talk to people all night long. On the PS3, I'm wishing they'd just be quiet because it's painful.
Yep.
All right. You get basically access to the Sony servers, which lets you save all your game content onto the server instead of your actual PS3. You get early access to beta games. Like every beta game that comes out, they make sure you get a spot on there. Like a Call of Duty Black Ops beta would come out, they make sure that if you're a premium member, you get a beta code. They give you early store access on all content. What basically they're going to do there is they're going to give you access to the store and like slow it down for all the non-paying users. Like you might get to see a new movie 2 weeks before, like a guy who doesn't pay for the network, like in the store. They got cross-game voice chat access, which is basically the live party chat.
Yep.
They're implementing a token system. The Platinum Trophy rewards are going to give you like said tokens, and these tokens can be used to buy stuff out of the PlayStation Store. Like after you beat a game and you get all these tokens, and you can actually wager them with other people. Say you do a 1-on-1 on Call of Duty, you could put up like 5 PlayStation tokens versus his 5 and get 10 tokens.
That's a nice feature.
It's like a win thing, and you can actually go to the PlayStation Store and they have like a little token area where that you could like change it in for like rewards and stuff. They're going to give you access to 1 free PlayStation 1 game a month out the PlayStation Store. You get a discount on all the store items. All the PlayStation exclusive games from now on are going to have what you call member-only in-game content. So only PlayStation Premium members can have access to this content of the game.
Wow.
You get trophy alerts, you get cloud storage, which is the server, you get streaming online music, streaming online downloads, you get streaming Netflix without a disc, you get loyalty reward programs, which gives you 10% discounts on all new PlayStation purchases, and you get what you call catch-up TV.
Oh, great.
What's catch-up
TV?
Get access to popular TV shows and movies through service providers such as Hulu simply by clicking the icon on your PS3 cross-media navigation bar, is what it says.
It's pretty interesting stuff. I mean, this is good.
Hearing I may have to do that, but the only way I can play on PlayStation 3 is if I'm going to need, first of all, I'm going to need a controller, one of those modded controllers that is basically an Xbox controller that controls the PlayStation. And actually, there's a converter kit I can order. I meant to order it a long time ago.
It's like Chinese though, so I know.
But my big problem with this is they're putting a mouth-watering offer over here on the table.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
But I'm with Woody. The mics is the big breaking point. All this right here is icing on the cake. That microphone is the breaking point for me. That's the reason I left PlayStation.
Who is it that you're wanting to talk to on there though? Like seriously.
Like seriously,
people on this call.
We've all got Astros though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but they even sound.
It does sound bad. It does sound bad.
Yeah, and like Wings I can deal with, but it's not just him. Like I play with Joker a lot. A lot of you guys know Joker. And he sounds bad on the PS3. I don't know what he has, if it's a different mic or what. But on the Xbox, great. Talk to him all night. On the PS3, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's like a 3.5, and he's way better than average.
Yeah. That the thing where you can stream stuff from your console on the server. Like I have a 20 gig hard drive in my Xbox. So, if Xbox was injured or something like that, I snap it up because do you guys have like 120 gig hard drives in your 360s?
Yeah, the Elite. Is that 120?
Yeah, I got the Elite to 120.
Yeah, I know a lot of people still have the 20 gig, which I need to upgrade, but they're like a rip-off. They're like charging $100 or something for 120 gig. Or in PS3, you can just put your own one in.
Hang on for a minute because, the new Xbox is supposed to be released in about 2 weeks, right? It'll be announced at E3, 2 or 3 weeks from now. The Xbox Slim.
The Neo.
No, all right. So you're talking about the Natal, right? The Natal might be built into it, but they're saying there'll be an Xbox.
What is the Natal? What is this?
It's like PS3 iToy, only more advanced. One could say.
So it's like a Wii, and then it's motion. Like there'll be motion detecting where you wave your hands, but there's no wands. Instead, there's a camera that picks up your body movement. So, like, if the thing was really, really great, I'd be whooping on Kyle's rear in a lightsaber battle. But if it's not really great, then it's going to be like, I don't know.
Those whole body armor for Nintendo?
Misinterpreted nonsense, like I know I aimed at that guy and it didn't get it right.
Oh, you're talking about like old Nintendo products like the Power Glove.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Without even a glove on. It just looks at me. I can like charades almost. It uses a camera, not any kind of...
I'm going to combat this. For the most part, if it's made by the company, it generally works pretty well nowadays because, like, if you buy, like, a third-party controller for any of the games, they suck. They suck hard. You pretty much can't get the quality you can get out of, like, Microsoft.
I can't really say that because Street Fighter, if you look at that,
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
Street Fighter
third-party
might be an
sticks.
example. That might be a good counterexample. But Wings is right. Usually Microsoft doesn't put out junk. On the other hand, this is a first-generation technology. I don't know anyone else that uses a camera to detect body movements, so it might be better.
How much would you be willing to pay for this, though?
I wouldn't buy
It's
it
cheap.
much personally.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
I
well,
might buy it because I have a
I-
family. Like, even if it doesn't work out for me, I bet my daughter or son or wife or someone will enjoy this thing. So I'm
I
gonna
was
pick it up.
listening to another podcast, and apparently there was reports of it being sold for $100, which it's just like estimation figures, but I can't see them going any lower than like $60 for this because I don't know. Like I can see it being implemented with another game. Like I know Fable 3 is meant to have it, but the Xbox Live Vision camera was $50 when it came out, and that's a USB camera. So they're gonna rip the shit out of this.
Dude, for me, like $100, I'll give it a try. It's captured my interest, and I'll give it a go. Heck, I considered spending an extra $100 on the freaking, what was it called, the Prestige version of Modern Warfare 2. I didn't end up doing it, but I'll piss away money on games.
Yeah, you have the money to piss away your like six-digit wage per Wings here is only on per Wings. Is you gonna get this?
Kyle's on the call. You can't bust on me for having money when Kyle's on the call.
Don't tell people. No, shh, stop. They don't need to know.
Kyle's like Scrooge McDuck.
Hey, Kyle, I'm going to need those food stamps for that $50 I loaned you the other day.
yeah, exactly. It's like, no funny spirit.
Kyle, will you let me swim in your vault of gold coins?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. I'm selling friend requests just to get by these days. If you guys want to be on FPS Kyle's friends list, I play with these guys all the time. $20 PayPal, get it done.
I don't know
why you
do that.
Box for box on my channel. That's how I roll. I'm a douche.
You must take these $20 bills and use them as kindling in your gigantic fireplace.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
What the hell was that? That was like the worst laugh ever. Right, so
all right, we
asked you, are you going to buy Natal? What would you say?
Yes.
Kyle.
Man, I don't know.
No, I would say no. There's 1 in 4.
Here's the deal. As far as like motion sensing and stuff that would like actually like read my body movements and like respond with me as it should, that would be fucking badass if it were perfect. Imagine like a fighting game where like you and another guy could square off and it was basically, for all intents and purposes, like a real fight, except it was over the video game.
Yeah, I
can imagine Bubba and Blame Truth wrestling in UFC. It doesn't look too good.
The boxing thing is totally going to happen. I don't have any information on this, but I'm just gut check certain that like boxing is going to be one of their initial games.
I know Woody wants to wind down, but I think we should actually talk about the maps. Everybody watched the Resurgence video?
I've seen everything there is to see, I think.
All right. The trailer park is going to be one of the worst maps ever designed.
That's the small one, right?
Yeah, that's the shotgun heaven. I mean, shotguns and noob tubes and small alleyways doesn't work. The smaller the maps on a noob tube friendly game, the worse.
Mm-hmm.
The length of those trailers I noticed is just about Spaz 12 range. So, I mean, like it's just not going to work.
And all the walls are thin too. So
yeah. Just break out your LFG with that.
One-man army, FMJ RPD. You can see that.
And like the Carnival looks pretty good for like
I want to back out and
games.
talk about. I'm not done with Trailer Park. I'm hopeful for that. I heard it's smaller. I heard it's a lot smaller than Rust. And one thing that this game's been really missing is a small map. I miss Shipment. In Shipment,
AC-130.
We used to have Shipment with these like gentleman's rules where you wouldn't camp behind the car in the corner, and you could go and have gunfights, and it was fun. And you'd find the other guy, and there's still the crates to mess around and use a little bit of map maneuvering and sound whoring. But the map wasn't so big that the guy was way behind. And the way that the shipping crates worked is the guy wasn't usually behind cover. Like he wasn't behind a barrel and you were out in the open. I wish that was back. I know that AC-130s would ruin Shipment, but they need something, even if it was just a one-on-one map. Give me a small map where I can find someone else. Rust is not good for two guys to move around.
What the hell is my chair doing? It's squeaking so hard. Can you hear that?
You are the worst.
Yeah, PyroPuncher, you have been playing with coins and this stuff, and it was nice to have you on. Too bad it'll never happen again.
Yeah, that's it. I'm committing suicide tonight. Fuck this. Bye, guys. I'll give Cal my channel account. I know he's in need of the financial funds at the moment.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so Wings, next map.
The Carnival. Carnival's probably the one map I'm actually looking forward to playing because it looked like a really cool Domination map, or maybe even a Capture the Flag, because the way they talk about it is broke up into different sections, and all the rides have a different objective in them.
Dude, I'm gonna buy that map for the stealth climb.
And it would be like playing like an infiltration game. I don't know if y'all have ever played my infiltration game
I know
like
of
a
it.
private match.
The guy's in the state, and everyone else has to take it from him.
Yeah, but it's kind of like that. You know, people posted up on the objective, and they got the roofs and stuff. You have to break into the objective to get it. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. And one thing I like about Carnival is they have new art. So, you know, that you're not going to see the same freaking green Ford Fiesta. What the heck? Ford Fairmont that you see all over the Modern Warfare 2 and the yellow version of the same thing. And they have new art. That clown, the rides, all that stuff is new. And I actually like that. I still hop in Terminal and think this is an attractive map. You know, the Terminal has its issues. It's too noob friendly. But it's an attractive, brightly colored, happy map. And Carnival's going to be that times two, so bring it.
And Fuel. Fuel is broadcast.
Looks like it to me.
Yeah.
It looks like a mixture of Quarry and what's that other map? Wasteland. That's what I think.
Oh, Fuel's the big one, right?
Yeah.
It's like broadcast.
They said it was bigger than anything that has. It's bigger than any map that the Call of Duty series has done so far. And I hear that and think this sucks because I'm an objective player, and typically, you know, I'll try to hold down to objectives. I end up running a lot, and if you make the map too big, then you either have to camp in the corner and work your kill streaks, or you're a baby buffalo, and there's really no in between. And that sucks. There should be a place on these maps for an objective-based player, someone who actually goes to the objective and tries to defend it or tries to own it and does his thing, and isn't just, you know, put on top of a frickin' easel as a bullseye for the people who don't play objectives.
You know, it will remind me of that map. What was that map in World at War? Where there was tanks and then there's like
I was going to correct them. It's the biggest map Infinity Ward's created. CeeLo still has the title.
Yeah.
Well, wait, we don't know that yet because Robert Bowling said it was the biggest in Call of Duty. So
I'm Robert Bowling.
Dude, if it's bigger than CeeLo, I will skip that map every fucking time. Because CeeLo is fucking gigantic. It's big. It's like a Battlefield map.
To me, I thought there was no map too big for you, Wings. Like you're that guy who gets kill streaks on Wasteland all the time.
Yeah, but see, CeeLo, I gotta run like a Wasteland map to get to the people.
Yeah, exactly. CeeLo is so big that in Search and Destroy, they split the map in half, and you only play one half of the map. Like that's how big that map is. It's enormous.
And Domination's the other side. You play Domination on the other side of the map.
Oh, I never played Dom on CeeLo. That's how much more I play.
And then you see like Wings playing B-ball on the other side of the map. You have like 3 games going on.
I used to hate the douches that would take it and run and Search and Destroy and run back into the houses on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Big does not mean good to me in Call of Duty maps. As a matter of fact, I'm missing small.
CeeLo was a tank map. That's why it was so fucking big, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But if Fuel was bigger than CeeLo, I will probably not even buy this map. I'll play it like...
Excuse me.
CeeLo was retarded big.
So what's the next one? What's after Fuel?
They have Vacant and Strike.
Vacant and Strike.
Vacant and Strike. Those are both...
But you know
Vacant, what's different about Vacant? They opened...
They took that screen door off back there, which is fucking gay. Now you can't spawn trap.
I'm trying to think. So it was right by CDOM, where there was like a metal gate.
Yeah. There was a metal gated door back there in the back corner of that building. And basically what it meant was there were only 2 ways into that back room and 2 ways out. And that let you spawn trap the fucking shit out of them. And they took it away. So now it's going to be really...
You know, like one of this odd talent I have, I could go positive while getting spawn trapped on Vacant every freaking time. You would have a really hard time making me go negative. Come to me, baby buffalo. You know.
Yeah, we don't go. Yeah, but we didn't go to them. Like I had a coordinated team. We got our Bandolerium 16s with deep impact. We got frags, and like we're just launching them in there. Like I know
how good your team is, and I have the total respect for you, Socrates, Unforgettable, those guys. if you were playing against me, I'd finish that map 4 and 2 if that's what it took.
That's probably true. Yeah.
You know, you're either going to come in here and get shot, or we're not going to fight. Because I know your spawn trap. I've been on both sides, and I'm not your baby buffalo, my friend.
Woody can recognize the spawn trap. If he sees the bait blow up, he doesn't walk outside.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look, everyone that walks out there gets blasted. What should I do? Not that.
Oh, God. I was playing, and by the way, I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 again lately for whatever fucking reason, I don't know. But I was playing last night, and it's ground war, team deathmatch, and the other team gets a chopper gunner up, and we're playing on salvage. And I'm just I barricade myself inside a room. I go ahead and plant a claymore on either side of me. I crouch in the corner, get ready for somebody to come in. I'm going to shotgun them as soon as they do. And I look at the kill feed, and my teammates keep spawning around me and then running out. And I'm like, hey, retard, where the fuck are you going? He's like, I'm going to go kill me some people. I'm like, did you notice that chopper gunner up there mowing you the fuck down every time you take 6 steps outside the room? Get next to me and crouch, dude.
Yeah, I know.
God, I don't get it.
He can't be a bitch, son.
So that's vacant, and I think that making moves to prevent spawn trapping is actually a good thing for this game.
I don't. It's not me.
You see, the 4 people on this call have strong friends, and we're often on the nice side of spawn trapping. But I see both sides, and
I want them to spawn in a hallway that's dead end where they have to walk in front of me.
You guys,
I think Painkiller's going to be so bad on vacant.
You know, one thing about vacant is I don't know the roof that well. I know there's a lot of spots on vacant where
there's a lot of nade spots on vacant.
There's a lot of you can throw it through the roof and have it land in the courtyard.
You're worried about nade spots. I'm worried about grenade launchers with the one-man backpack.
Oh, that's a good point. People are going to be
down the middle.
There are a lot of holes
down that hallway. Think about that. Think about. Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun.
The spot where people hit all the quads with the sniper rifles.
It's a ground war on vacant.
It's. Oh, goodness,
I'm buying the map packs just for that, just to play ground war vacant. And
so, Strike. Is Strike the one that has the window that overlooks Bravo with the statue?
It's the guy with the AK statue.
But there's a couple that.
It's the one. It's the one with the big window that everybody like to camp up and snipe in.
Yeah. Because there's 3 with a statue. There's Strike. There's Block. And then there's the one with all the Showdown's the other one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
They're the same statues, right? Yeah.
They got Joseph Stalin holding the Papa Shaw.
Yeah, so Strike is the one where the C spawn is the bad one, and you want to hold AB, and you own that window, and it's mostly brown.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good map. I always like that one. The only trouble is if you have a weak team, you can get spawn trapped at C.
I like that map because if you, I think it's A spawn, if you spawn there, you can run down, and you can throw a nade over the roof and get like 6 people with it because there's a car on the outside.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep, yeah, I know the nade spots on that map. I've got some time in that map, but it's cool. What frustrates me now is I'll be rolling with a good team, and then somebody goes into the spawn and ruins it. And it's like, man, you are not impressing me by running all the way into their spawn. You think that's because you're good? No, it's because you're on this team. Any jackass can run into that spawn and ruin it.
Mercadurka did that to us.
I remember. I fussed at him too, Mercadurka. He was running in that spawn.
He's like, sorry, I don't like shooting fish in the barrel. I'm like, why not? They're in the barrel.
Yeah, my whole objective in this game is to create that fish in a barrel situation, and then you blew it. That's not how we play.
I remember I was playing, I think it was High Rise with Woody, and he was saying about ape shit at this guy for running in the office building. I can't even remember who he was.
You fucking asshole.
No, F an asshole doesn't sound like something I'd say. Although the F-tard and there's another one I forget. But 2 of those made up F words are in my vocabulary.
I still got to post that game. I'm gonna post that game tonight. That one where I posted a front up where I was laying people out with the FAMAS and Woody stealing all my kills.
I'm trying to remember. This isn't the Cap the Flag game where I fussed at you, is it?
No, this was me, you, and Russia, and we played High Rise, and we went to B straight away. And I decided just to punish all the other, snipers with my FAMAS.
Oh, yeah. I saw the no, it's perfect because I don't.
Yeah, you posted a video of that.
You posted a video of that.
Yeah, I posted the beginning of it. I should post the whole game because I went like 50 and something with just my weapon. But Woody was stealing all my damn kills. All those assists was Woody's fault.
Really?
Yeah, you went over there with your UMP and like butchered them after I hit them.
I know. I got a few through the glass kills, through that black glass on the side. So maybe that was the deal. Maybe I was getting the kills off your assists.
I was taking like 60 or 70% of the health, and you finish them off with your UMP.
The way I look at it, I got you assists when you were working a kill.
What's the most assists you guys have got in a game?
You know, it's not the most assists, it's the ratio that frustrates me. I have these games where I get like 13 kills and 12 assists. And if those assists turned into kills and the kill streaks worked in, it would have been, like, it could have been a special game. It could have been a 40-kill game if those assists came through. But
you know, what I think they should do in the next game is when someone drops in the last stand, whoever kills them should get the assist rather than the kill. Because the person who dropped them in the last stand probably did the most damage anyway.
I can see that. Yeah.
Last stand pisses me off.
How about we just not have last stand in the next game?
Yeah, I've seen people kill it. You know, I actually had a game recorded there on 35 and 2 with the ACOG intervention, and I had last stand on, and both of my deaths I killed myself with a stun.
I think we should probably wrap it up.
I was thinking that too.
Hour
this
and
is
a half
longer
in
than
now.
we need it to be. But
okay.
Good podcast. All right, guys.
I'm tired.
I guess we should wrap it up now. This is your boy Wings of Redemption. This has been Painkiller Already, Episode 6. And for all you that don't know, we do Painkiller Already on Thursdays around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we usually put it up Friday to Saturday, depending on how our day goes. So you don't need to keep asking us when's the next podcast coming up. We're pretty good about staying on schedule.
Yep, it'll be Friday. It's been Friday for 3-4 weeks in a row now. Keep it up.
And this is a call to arms. I don't know how many people listen to this channel, but we're looking for a female that's had some kind of hooking experience.
Wait, I'm sorry, I talked over you. Tell again. Do the call out.
We're looking for a female with some kind of hooking experience, at least a year in her life where she's lived off her ability to pleasure men, to be on our podcast. If you know anybody like that or could get somebody like that, please contact me. You can find my YouTube channel on the description of the podcast. Anyway, Painkiller Already. See you guys next week.